Okay. All right. Hold on.
Hello.
Okay. One more. We gotta restart it. One more. Come on. I believe in you.
Come on, YouTube.
I believe in you. Come on, YouTube.
Do you remember when we didn't have to do this nonsense?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened.
But I don't know why they took away the volume controls pre-screen.
We gotta like tag them in.
There it is.
Yeah.
Losers.
Hey, y'all.
All right. Hey, guys. How are you?
How's
things? I hope you had a wonderful and safe and fun weekend. My face will be on her eventually. I'm eating at the moment, but I'm also not feeling that great. So, you know, trying to take it slow. But Meeksy, yes. What's going on? How was your weekend?
Weekend is great. I bought a car. I'm officially back in debt again. Yay. But yeah, I've been jonesing for Fallout. It's a problem. And I'm still trying to figure out what to watch. I'm in this in-between place where I don't want to watch any of the K-dramas available. I don't want to watch any of the other shows that are coming out. I just want to watch Fringe. By the way, started season 4.
Yes. It's going, yeah. It's I you know what? I honestly don't even remember how Fringe ended. I mean, it's been past time for me to do a rewatch anyway, so at some point in time I will. Wait, that's not the button I meant to push it. There we go.
You pushy button.
We'll see when people come in. Indeed, I pushed the button.
But yeah, so
if that doesn't age us right there,
come on,
baby Plucky. That was my boo. That was my boo.
Go down the hole. Down the hole, and Ella later go up, and the elevator goes down. Elevator go down.
Elevator stop.
Yes. But yeah,
hater.
Hey,
what's going on, man? Long time no see.
Where I want to watch stuff, but I don't want to watch stuff. So right now I'm just watching the stuff that I know I'm going to be interested in, which is like Fringe and Avatar. Still in book 2 of Avatar, having a blast.
Nice.
And
nice.
Just chillaxing.
There are many adventures, many more adventures to be had. Hey, Michelle.
Mostly just being sad. Like, but then again, there's some Fallout news.
Why are you being sad?
Because I want more Fallout. And there's nothing
you got to give them a chance to write the new scripts, though.
They should have known better. They should have known better. They should have known better. That's what I feel.
I understand.
And they also said that because Fallout is so popular that they're considering moving up the timetable of when they're going to start working on 5.
Please and thank you.
So that would be awesome.
That'd be great. But also the TV show too, though. Thanks.
Well, that's 2 different things. I'm talking about the game studio. I need Fallout 5. Okay. Because Fallout.
Okay, yeah. So they've been working on that for a while, haven't they?
What was 76? Hold on. Let me see. I can't remember when 76 came out. Was it 19?
Fallout broke you and you can't get enough. For real. It was like I figured
18.
it was gonna be good, but it's surprisingly extremely good.
Dare I say amazing. Amazing. Every single episode was good, and you're absolutely right. And 76 came out in 18, so they usually do like every 5 to 8 years a new Fallout, like a completely new Fallout game. But because they're working on Elder Scroll and they've been working on Elder Scroll for so long, they got to get through Elder Scroll first before they can do that.
That has Elder Scrolls now too.
Yep, Bethesda always had Elder Scroll, so they have to finish working on Elder Scroll. And then they were talking about doing some DLC for Starfield, but all that's just getting ready to go out the window because Fallout is so popular and everybody is playing it.
Yep.
And I'm not playing 4. I can't play 4 and I can't play 76 because I can't do this to myself. I want to play something I haven't played before. So that's 1, 2, Tactics, 3, and New Vegas. Those are the only things I'm restricting myself to because I can't go to 4.
Understandable.
I'll get lost in the
sauce.
All
right, so
but yeah,
let's see.
It is very good.
Oh, great to see you, Corinne.
Yes, the lore is so
new Fallout Shelter. It's same with me. I only paid Fallout Shelter. It's the nice, cute, little, easy one. You get to go out and you don't have to stress over all of the peoples and whatnots. But it's fun. I do know a lot of the game lore. Because I read up on that.
Oh yeah, well let's just go with that. Like history with Fallout. So I played 4, for like 700 hours. I played 76 with my friend until she had her baby, because that was my partner. And because of 4, I went back and I read everything that happened in the previous games and all the lore attached to that and different choices. So,
yep, I do that too.
So I know all of the lore, but I have not played any other games except for 4 and 76. So
okay.
And you've only done Shelter.
I've only done Shelter.
Have you done a lore deep dive?
I have looked into some of the things. And I will say, just off rip, I mean, we'll get into it as we talk about the episode, but the Brotherhood of Steel are on some bullshit.
Yes, they are. Always.
If ever there was a cult that needed to be stopped, it's them. And lo and behold, who is a part of this cult on the show? Motherfucking Rena. For those of y'all that may not get that reference, that's from the Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. That's why they flip. That's why they flip that ass. They flip that ass. That's what you get.
Oh man.
We will never forget.
Not at all.
Yeah. Wayne did what she did on purpose. Ha 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 ha.
Yep. Again, she said what she said.
Exactly.
And she did exactly what she said she was gonna do. I stand Gwen. Always.
Absolutely. What was the Wheel of Time reference? So, Rena being in another cult.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I don't remember what is it Dane?
Yes.
I think it's Dane is their name on the character that cut their that had the thing in their shoe in episode 1. That is the same actor that played Rena on this past season of the Wheel of Time.
Listen,
which was I was hoping to see a little more of that character though, but they kind of capped it.
Well, here's the thing:
until the end, I guess.
I because it was about the adventure of all the other characters, but I think that we're going to see more of that character in the next season. Well, it depends. I have a lot of things, but I think they're going to do that because I actually like the character.
Me too. They're interesting.
I recognized them immediately. I was like, "Look at that bitch."
I could tell by the face, but then I heard the voice. I said,
the voice.
Now I know where you at. I'm about to send a Gwen right over there. Stat mess up. I'm just waiting for you.
Come on, pop off one time.
One time.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the episode because I'm super excited.
All right. Yes. So we started out in the past.
We started out in the year of our Lord.
I wish I would have put
2077. The day the bomb drops. So that will be October 23rd, 2077.
77, yes. And there we have our boy Cooper. I did. What's the word I'm looking for? Where he kind of got barred from the Hollywood scene because of the Vault Tech. Yes. Blacklisted. Used to be very well known, very well respected actor. But now he's doing birthday parties with his daughter. And a little sidebar on that, the little shit of the father that was there trying to make fun of him. Like, you know what, bro, just shut up. Just shut up, okay? The man is taking care of his very wonderful, very intuitive little girl.
Oh my God.
I do hope that she comes back at some point in adult form. I don't know. We don't know what happened to this baby girl because after this opening,
that's it.
Little opening, that's all we saw of her. The last we saw of her, Coop had her on the horse and they were hightailing it through the hills of Cali, pardon me, to try to get away from the bomb. And what we found out actually, and I didn't know, or maybe I did and I just forgot, but the thumbs up thing that is there specifically because they tell you, like, if you see a huge bomb and there's that huge mushroom cloud that comes up, if you put your thumb up and it's smaller than your thumb, then don't even worry about it. But it's bigger, well,
there ain't nothing you can do.
And that was it. That was it. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
So He goes inside after he's done performing, and he because the little girl asked him to see if she can get a piece of the birthday cake. He goes inside to get the piece of cake, and she's the only one that's standing outside and looking at the thing and sees it. And I did not look up her name, but kudos to this baby girl, because she was only in there for 3 seconds, but she did the damn thing. Like the absolute fear and tears in her eyes, on her face. Like I felt that. And she put her thumb up too. She was like, oh shit. She didn't say that. I'm ad-libbing.
Or mine. Oh,
but right. Yeah. He came back outside with the cake, and she was like, well, wait, did you mean as big as my thumb?
Her name is
as your thumb? Because look.
Baby girl's name is Tegan.
Little Tegan, I'm going to be watching your career, ma'am, to see where you might go next, because I think you got chops. I'm putting her in the same category as what's our girl's name from Lovecraft? Diana. I don't remember the actress name.
You talking about the girl when it was the scary? I ain't got time for that. Sorry. When they was the things and they was like popping up and dancing and pop locking at her.
That's that little girl. That's not the part that I was thinking about, but the
little girl who was running from the people pop locking and dropping.
Yes. Uncle George's daughter, sister. Wait, Uncle George and his sister girl's daughter. Yeah. It's child actors are always great. So when I see some gems, I like to keep tabs on them, because but for that little bit that she was in there, she did the thing.
Before the bombs actually dropped, there are so many little nuggets before we even get to him going back outside. Like coming in on the radio, you could hear them talking about like how they don't know where the president is.
Like he just absconded and disappeared.
He did.
That's how you know
he left.
Because he went to hide. He knew what was coming.
Yes, he went to the bunkers and he left. And then you had the weatherman being like, "Hey, what's the point of me telling the weather when I don't even know it's going to be tomorrow? What kind of mess is this?" And everybody was sticking their heads in the sand, doing what they do, living their life, and it's just so cute. It's just so like good that they put those little nuggets in there for people who are paying attention, who know the Lord, because they were the first ones to leave. They were already gone. Yeah. They were already where they were. And I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to go into the lore, because technically it hasn't been explained yet. And I don't know if
for this episode, we don't need to go into too much of it.
Because there's a lot of like stuff that people might have questions on, but I don't know if they're going to eventually cover it or if they're going to leave it to people just looking up or playing the original games. I don't know. But yes, the president and them, they was already out.
They had already absconded to their own extra personal pampered vault, wherever that was. But one thing I will say that I thought was very funny, and I kind of had an air of, that's what you get, bruh, is, while the show was going on and Coop was getting ready to take pictures and whatnot, the stupid ass dad was standing there next to his colleague, I guess. Talking shit, talking about like, well, how did you get Cooper, what I forget his last name, to come in and do this party? He was like, well, what do you think? He used to be big, but he ain't that no more, and he got to make them alimony payments.
Yeah,
like what the fuck? First of all, if you know what his wife was doing with Vault-Tec, that man has no alimony to be paying. That's absurd. But also, why you over here talking shit, bro?
Come on,
just let this man do his job and go home. His baby girl is right there.
And she was like,
right there, and she heard everything. It's like, yeah, what they say, huh?
Rude.
Like, you son of a bitch, shut up.
Rude.
But this is why I think he got, exactly what he was supposed to get, where he thought his old buddy, old pal, was gonna let him go down into the shelter with him. No, he socked him straight in the face, like,
There's room for 3, and that is we,
and
not
that's
thee.
it. Mm-hmm.
You're not coming in here.
I don't give a damn what the hell happened to y'all, and that's what the hell you get.
Mm-hmm. And there are some people who are a little confused about the vault that they went into. That was a personal vault. That was not Vault-Tec vaults. That wasn't the big community of
chances
vaults. That was just their personal bomb shelter.
And you could tell they had a little bit of money.
Oh,
so chances are they survived for a little bit. But the way that door looked, That door looked very, very shabby.
If that door
it wasn't keeping
another
no radiation
door,
out.
you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't a door with a door,
exactly,
like a door with a sealed door, and not to mention they had dropped. Well, here's the thing: I won't say dropped because we didn't see them come from the sky. Number one,
true.
Two, the bombs exploded. There's like 5 of them.
It was like 5 of them in that one in that one metropolitan area. You only needed one. Vault Tech, what the hell were y'all doing? You only needed one. The shockwave will take care of everything else.
Well, not necessarily. It was
out 5 of them.
That's why I get so I kept running it back, and I'm like, no matter how many times I look at it, you don't see the first one, so you don't know what happened. But the ones after that, for sure, they were exploded.
Even if you didn't hear it, it doesn't matter. The way radiation works.
No. I mean, like
everyone
like,
there
hear
is
it to
already
start
dead.
it. Like who started it is what the thing is. Like
right.
We didn't see if it came from the sky or if it exploded from the ground because we know
true.
the other ones exploded from the ground.
Yeah, and it seemed like that first one exploded from the ground too, because you can tell by the mushroom clouds. It's coming. It started coming up from the ground. So
that is
I don't think that was a flyby.
I had to stop. I was reading like, hold on, I haven't seen Fallout. You see me? I was like, skirt.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you don't care about spoilers, okay, that's fine. Hi.
Yeah, Mother Ron usually doesn't care about spoilers.
Okay, because I'm like,
she's always here to support, and we appreciate her for that.
It's still under discussion who actually started it, even with the lore that's the game. And I was talking about the show in future episodes. Nobody knows who exactly started it. They're saying that the Chinese launched the first ones, or they did like the underwater nukes and Fallout 4. They were like, hey, it could be this, it could be that. Like you're getting these little notes that you're finding in the games that are trying to figure out who exactly started it, because it was 2 hours of sheer tomfoolery and then nothing. Everybody released what they had. It was a disaster.
I think it was a coordinated attack. Well, not even really attack. No, just a coordinated maneuver. We'll say that. Because and I won't go into that too tough beyond that because things are explained in the coming episodes.
Not necessarily. That's the thing. Not necessarily.
Well, things are said. We'll say that. Things are said that seem to fall into place.
Because before this show, it was either the Chinese in the underwater attack. It was either, I think it was like the Eastern Allies, because technically we're Western. I have to keep remembering that. That started it. And then once they launched the first one, then everybody just released what they had. Everybody did it.
Yeah.
And so this show adds an extra little, like, not a twist,
layer,
but like a perspective to it.
A different perspective, I think. Yeah.
Where it kind of muddies the water even further about who started what. But it was 2 hours of tomfoolery. And I'm very curious to see how in the hell he made it out. Like,
how did any of them make it out? Because as soon as that shockwave hit you, that radiation hit you.
It should have been hot too, I feel like.
That's one of the and that's one of the biggest mysteries. Well, they were pretty far off in the hills. So while the shockwave would hit them, that initial blast of heat, like if you remember that scene from Terminator 2, where she was in that vision and she saw like the playground burning and the blast went off and it was like past her, and then there was just a skeleton. They weren't that close to the blast, but the radiation would still hit them, and the how fast that moves, excuse me, and like how the small amount that our bodies can even handle of that radiation, even though they're still walking around and running hither, they're already dead. They just don't know it yet.
Yep.
So that's the biggest question at the end of this is, how did any of them survive? And I think the number one that I've been seeing is, where's the little girl?
Listen, where is she be? Because, at the end of the episode,
Coop ain't the only person that we see from that time.
Exactly.
Speaking
but then after
of which,
they gave us
actually a good segue, because then we go right into the vault.
Exactly. And they give you a little special.
See in the vault?
Yeah, they give you little special things, which
I have
is
a picture for that. Go ahead.
the kind of like the speech she's giving is like the special perks where you get to set up your character. In every major Fallout game, there's the screen where you pick what perks you want to have your character to have throughout the entire game, what you want to build upon.
You can earn more, but you got to pick initial set to be.
You got to pick initial, and those are really important because it affects your carry weight, it affects your speed, it affects your aim, it affects
you
what
staying
weapons
alive.
you use, it affects whether or not you can handle chemicals or health better. So you pick all of those. And when she was explaining what she did, like, hey, I'm on this team, I'm a science person, it was just giving you a little bit of special her character stats, if you will, which they officially announced, by the way. They officially announced the character stats, and I
did they?
These.
Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't seen those yet.
It don't make sense. You're wrong. You're wrong.
All right, hold on. Let me
see if I can find
my
it.
screens aren't screening the way that they should right now. Okay, there it is. There. Let me application window. That and share. Okay, so this is what she's talking about right here, guys. These are like the initial special stats and what they mean.
And I pulled up Lucy's. They said Lucy has 4 strength, 7 perception, 6 endurance.
Oh, wow.
5 charisma, 6 intelligent, 5 agility, and 7 luck. Now I agree with the luck.
The luck is absolutely her highest attribute. I agree with that. And she and we know these vault dwellers, well, some of them, but not all of them are, just low weaklings, tending to the cornfields and whatnots. No, they do actually learn combat while they're in there, and they do learn to fight.
Well, you got to think about
it. They're in preparation for coming back on
the surface. So, they want to make sure that they're capable of doing something when they go back to the surface in case they got to fight and survive.
You said her perception is a bit too high? I don't think so. I think her perception being that high and also her luck being that high makes total sense for how her character played for this.
I would assume, in all honesty, I would say her perception is really high because she figured out a lot. She figured out
quickly,
but
her and her brother. Actually, I'm gonna give
her brother should be 9.
Yeah,
9
off rip. He started off
8. Perception 9. He doesn't have the greatest luck. His luck's gonna be like 4.
Wait. Tell me why I just now, like over the weekend, figured out who the hell that little boy was.
I told you who he was. That's Moses.
I don't recall that. Okay, so you said Moses, but it didn't click in my head that it was that Moses Azaria. Because the very last thing in my brain that I remembered when I saw his face first in this episode was he was in Ender's Game. And he was talking shit, got his ass beat by a freshman in that game, in the movie. But then I was reading up on it over the weekend. I said, "Holy shit, that's that little." Okay, I don't know why he looks like a little old man. I didn't recognize him. So sorry.
And as we get to the characters, I'm just going to read out their stats when we get to them because they do have some of them. I'm just mad that they don't have like the brothers' stats or Chet's stats. Like if you're going to give me stats, give me stats.
Yeah, because exactly. Especially for those two characters. Well, maybe not Chet. I kind of feel bad for Chet, but we'll talk about why I feel bad for him later. That doesn't come into play this episode too much. But so yeah, we got Lucy, and also there's this one other. When we're talking about her dad, you're gonna hear me say one of two things. It's either going to be her dad or Maudib. And for those of you Dune fans out there, this is Paul Maudib from the 1984 Dune, who is now, fast forward, in the Fallout show playing Lucy's dad. And also, I appreciate her name because Lucy McLean, like that's straight from Die Hard.
Yes,
and I love that they know how. I love how they know that the fandom be out here naming their characters after movie characters. So that hit just so perfectly for me.
And Corinne, you're right. When I first saw him, I was like, "Is that Moses from the Disney Channel?" That's exactly what I said. Dude.
I totally forgot.
I knew that. It's his nose. It is Goosey. You're correct. I'm sorry. I messed up her name. You're correct. Her name is Goosey. But I was like, it's his nose. His face is so distinct that I looked at him. I was like, this is Joan. That's Moses. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him and look at him. He's so little. And you're correct.
Right, and still tiny.
Oh, the
still
teeniest.
Tiny.
The teeniest. But she was doing all of that because she wanted to put herself in the running to get married and to start a family and be a part of the intervault trade.
Can I also say the way they have this vault set up, even down to like their uniforms, how she just all of a sudden is in a wedding dress. That's literally how it is in Fallout Shelter when you're playing the game. Any new clothes, full outfits that come in, if you're going back out into the wasteland to look for supplies, you're wearing that wedding dress if that's what gives you the better stats when you leave, which is absurd to think about.
It's one outfit. No, see, in the games it's even worse because they've done pieces. So you have an armor, you have shoulder armor, like wrist guards.
There's Raider. Yeah, that's parts of Raider armor. Yep. There's that too.
There's nothing to prevent you from looking crazy. You're gonna look insane. All right, you're gonna look homeless. You're gonna look dirty because you're going to look absurd. All right, you got to do it,
which is also another good segue, because if you look at the way vault people are and then you look at how folks are in the wasteland, there's a stark difference. So what we have here though is we had a front put up. And first of all, look, I'm gonna give a shout out to Chet, baby boo, I understand, but I feel like they did you dirty this whole season. And why was the cousin stuff so normal? It's like, oh, that's for when you're kids. What the fuck do you mean?
They are in a vault. I'm not mad at them. They're in a vault. Like, what do you mean? They're in a vault. They're in a vault.
Okay, it's not like it's only 20 of them in there though.
But that's not the point. The point is they're in a vault. There's only so many of them. Like, technically, I think they said, well, in one of the later episodes, they were like, oh, with 200 of your neighbors. That's if it's completely full.
Yeah.
I don't think every single vault was completely full because the vault people didn't know about the bombs dropping. I think the heads did, like the business owners, the government officials, they knew.
Yeah.
But everybody else, regular, they had to get to the vaults. Like in 4, you just had people running for the vaults.
You know what, Pater? I appreciated that they didn't do that, because in Fallout Shelter, once the charisma is going, and it takes a couple minutes of the characters talking back and forth to each other, and then you'll see they'll turn and run back behind the wall to the inner bedroom, and it takes no longer than like 30-40 seconds in the game.
Well, I mean,
and come out and the woman's pregnant. Exactly. So I appreciated exactly how they did that, and she was just ready to go. She's not about the bullshit.
Okie dokie.
She turned around. She was like, "Oh, okay, say less." She didn't even take the dress off.
Nope, that's what she said. That's what her friend.
Like, I got time for that. You ready to go? I'm ready to go too, bro. Let's go.
Stephanie said that the dress stayed. Was off faster than he did.
What was off fat?
It got off faster than he did, or it stayed on longer than he did. Something to the effect.
Oh, damn! There's a specific way she said it, and that's what made it so funny. I think it lasted longer than he did.
Yes, and here's the thing.
Yeah,
I feel like they should have known something was wrong because they were dirty.
Yeah.
If you're in a vault, you're clean.
And even before that, okay, so let's say we get through the ceremony. That's cool. But then the chick that was sitting next to the blonde lady just literally reached over and stabbed her damn meats and took it all and didn't look like she didn't even know how to hold a damn knife and fork. So that's one. But two, the big thing that I'm remembering, the big thing that I'm still calling BS on is that woman was like right there. She was the second person that walked in the vault. How did you not recognize her? He recognizes her soon enough later. So it's strange to me that he didn't just pick her out right off rip.
I think he recognized her, but he also he knew. So if she knew the protocol for that vault, that means she had to be either in that vault or help set up the vault to know the protocols for that vault, because she was conversing and she gave him all the information he needed. Like, oh yeah, you're so sad your overseer died, and I'm just so glad that you're able to take over. And she was like, yeah, the blight and the famine was really hard on us. That's why we really need this trade. We're so excited to give you this breeder. You're providing us with the things that we need. Like, she's saying all the things. She's saying all of the things that she needs to say.
It's so,
and there are two ways.
Crazy. What's up, bruv? Good to see you.
Hey, and there are two ways that could have been, but I think it's kind of like spoilery. So
yeah.
But
yeah, and I mean, I will say again, this is why we gave our Lil Mos and Lucy the props on the perception and intelligence, though those stats are absolutely high, and that's where they should be, because eventually she does notice, just like the way he's moving after they're done with the deed. First of all, young man,
come curtains.
I don't give a fuck how long you've been out in the wasteland. Keep your dick off my curtains, you nasty. That is absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Listen,
her hair was longer. I don't remember what her name is in the show. I'm going to be calling her Sexy Kit throughout this whole season, because if you watch Jessica Jones, then you know she was on Jessica Jones.
Lee Moldaver. I always say it wrong. People have been correcting me the entire time on my reactions. I'm like, listen, her name is weird because it's not
right. Her name is going to be what I say it is. You know who I'm talking about.
The way I pronounce it is not the way it looks, and the way they pronounce it is not the way it looks. Moldaver is what I'm going to call her, but her full name was Lee Moldaver. And I feel like he would have had to have he had to. This is spoiler stuff. I'm not gonna go into further. But
we can't go.
He had to remember.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, she was the second person out the gate. That's why, and I get, she was saying all of the right things, but for the connection that they had, and again, we won't tell what it is right now. It doesn't sit right that he didn't immediately recognize her. But for Lucy, though, I get why she didn't recognize it, but she was cued into, dude, you acting a little strange. Like, homie walked over and started like playing with the water, because if you're in the wasteland, you're not used to not only clean water, but running clean water. What? So she's peeping that out, and she grabs her pit boy real quick.
Hold that thing
does
up.
The air test, and that's that radar started going off. So, you are from outside with all of your damn radiational germs that are now inside of you. So, ma'am, you're gonna need to contend with that at some point in time.
So, and then the fight ensues, because she actually hears the tomfoolery going on. Like, she hears the gunshots.
She looked out the window.
Like, what's happening?
And that's when she turned around and grabbed it. And she was
fighting for her life, as she should.
She handled that shit, though. He did get the stabbing, but that strength training came in.
Listen,
and she caught him real quick with the okie doke. He should have stayed down then. He would have had a better death. He would have just let himself bleed out right there.
Listen, at the wasteland,
at least she was still dressed. That's what we were saying. She did not waste no time. It would have been a waste of time for her to take the dress off.
Like, I'm so glad she was still dressed, because all she had to do was slip on some shoes.
And she didn't even do that until the end.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for her to leave and escape, all she had to do was slip on some shoes and run. So she hit that. She hit that stem pack.
We agree, Justin. We agree.
Absolutely. I'm obsessed. Yes. I'm watching everybody's reactions.
I knew it was going to be good. I really didn't expect it to be this good, though. It was a sleeper, and I appreciated the fuck out of that.
I love it. Yes, the music.
Can we have a shout out for the brilliant? Yes. From beginning to end.
But that's Fallout.
They kept the vibe.
Always been good. The music has
always been like that. Even the Fallout Shelter game, they keep it like that.
It's part of the problem with trying to stream it or put it on YouTube, is that you're going to get dinged for the music. So you have to try the radio off, which sucks, because songs
make the vibe.
The vibes. But then she went out there and saw the mess. Yeah, I don't need exactly. There's nothing worse than people trying to explain, or the show trying to explain every little thing.
Yeah, they just did the thing, and we can figure it out.
Well, we know it's based on a video game, so it doesn't have to be exactly scientific.
It doesn't have to be exact.
It's like the Resident Evil where he poured the stuff on him. It just works.
Yeah, it just works. Yep,
it just works. There's a reason for it, but it just works.
If you got a question, go look it up on the internet. If they don't say it in the show, it's really that simple. Don't wait. Don't waste. Don't kill everybody else's good time.
But then she got to go out there
and she starts going to work.
She got to figure it out. First, she got to get a weapon. She grabbed a trank gun. I was like, girl, a trank gun. Okay.
I mean, look, she put them tranks where they need to go.
That's true, but I'm gonna need you to like.
She still handle business.
I want you to.
Well, I mean, the armory was sitting open. What was there? I didn't even actually look around. Were there other weapons that were already put together there, or were they? Had they already been ransacked?
That were usable. But there were people still dying on the floor. Like towards the end of the fight, when she was following her dad,
true.
She grabbed a gun, but
yeah.
To her,
I do like though that
so good.
Yeah, she had to fight her way down there, and Lil Mos, because while he is very smart and he knows how to run things, he is not a fighter, and he was trying to hide. I mean, and actually, he also figured it out. I think right around the same time,
because he was like, "These people this weird."
Into Vault 32. He was looking like, "Wait a minute, nah." Yeah, because at the dinner table, he was side-eyeing that chick like, okay,
he was the way he was staring,
like, and he just, it's like when somebody's like whistling in the cartoon and they just gonna go over so nobody's watching them. That's exactly what he did. He walked right into that vault. He was like, oh, what the fuck? And then he thought he saw someone he could talk to, and he saw it was a body, and he was like, oh shit, and he made a beeline back. And sadly, it had already started going down before he could alert their security. So, and that's actually how this raid happens, is very reminiscent of how it happens in the games also. And I haven't played the big games, but in Fallout Shelter, this is how it happens. They come through the front door, and that vault door, how it has like that huge screw that opens the main middle part and that goes out, that's also fully shown from the game too. So kudos to them for getting that built up.
In the regular games, you don't really have those because you're already out in the wasteland, and most of the vaults have been either sealed closed because of tomfoolery, or they're open and other people are living in there now. It's like
and it's not the regular vault dwellers in there.
It's not usable. They're just raiders or whoever has taken it. Like in 4, you got Skinny Malone and the gang up in there chilling. You got the super mutants chilling. Like they got these vaults because they've already been open.
What's his name? T-Dog. And some of them also take over vault, or were they just in the wasteland holding up space?
Who? T-Dog?
I don't know what the big game is. In the Fallout Shelter, like a lot of the big names from all of the games, they end up being people that can pass by in the wasteland and see your vault and want to come in and stay and be a part of the vault. So that's the only reason I even know his name. But I know he's a character. Okay. I don't know which one.
He will be the radio man. There is a 3 dogs or something like that. He would be
three dog. Yeah, that's who I meant. Yeah, the radio.
Yeah, guy. That's the radio man. But yeah, it's pretty much sitting in the middle of nowhere, just telling everybody's business, which is cute. I'm not mad at him.
How is he getting all the info?
Listen, he's nosy. He's like, people are coming to him. He's like, hey, thanks, bye. And then I see you coming here. Okay, we're gonna talk through the.
Now we're gonna talk. Yep.
Stop. Okay, slide it through. It's like a bank. Slide it through. But I just like the fact that Norm peeped all of that, and
I think they had cleared out their supplies too.
I'm like, I saw
she grabbed what was left,
but I'm like, girl, I would have been grabbing the guns on the ground because people were already dead. Let's listen.
True enough.
People were already dead.
But you saw where she got down there.
Moldaver went, right? She went directly to the overseer's office and then directly out.
Yep.
So, my goodness.
My lady.
Hello.
Yes. Absolutely 9 out of 10. I do concur.
I love it. I give it a 10 out of 10.
She had to go one of the first, well, no, not remember, it was like the third maybe thing that she had to do was rescue Lil Mos because he was about to get hurt up.
Oh yeah, he definitely was. He definitely
because his hiding spot, he didn't hide well enough in that spot, and he got dragged out. And right before that knife was about to come down,
Sissy came and pooped her right in the eyeball.
Yep.
Right in the eyeball. And then Dad came and
she walked him over to the thing. Yeah, walked him over to the thing, and he looked at her like, "You not coming?" And she was like, "Do you see this? No." And she's one of the fighters in there, so no, she can't go hide.
She's pretty much looking for her dad.
What she's training for.
She was definitely looking for her dad. Like, we not do that.
Yeah, but then the husbando found
not
her
dead,
not dead, and then this is where Pops came back in and had to get the shovel to the back of the dome.
And I would still eat those pickles.
He was detected, right?
I'm still eating these pickles. That's a whole jar. That's a whole tub full of pickles. I'm still eating them. They're good.
What the hell did he say? What did he say? Was it like get the jelly mold? Get the jelly mold out the hallway? Like,
yes, because they were bringing the cake
see
down.
This going down. Why are you bringing a jelly mold down the hallway?
Not even
go
see.
pick up a gun
to see. You can hear the hollerization, the gunfires, the screaming, and you're what?
And you thought bringing the jelly mold in was gonna stop everybody?
And you're still bringing the cake.
On, man.
No, and that's why they got shot.
Come on, exactly. Stop and drop. Okay, if you're not holding an actual weapon, you're not fighting. That means you need to be out of the way of the bullets.
I would have gone back into my room and closed the door and locked it.
I will say though, again, movie magic. How was he in front of both of them? And they got shot, and he didn't.
Because he was as flat against the wall as possible. That's the best thing they got. Otherwise, I would have just left. But he did do some running, so I'm not mad at him. He ran.
He did. And then, he tried to run. Like everywhere he ran to, though, it was somebody there.
But he still ran. He didn't get caught.
True enough.
He was running, and I ran. I ran so far away. He ran as far as he could. I told you I would have run into my room and locked the door because you can't get in if I hit the button. You can't get through a steel door. I don't care.
I don't understand why any of them stayed on that floor.
Listen, Stephanie, she found
the pregnant lady was not having it.
Listen, ma'am, I'm like, you need to be careful.
She was not having it.
That's what
I will say though, she a petty bitch. She petty as hell.
That's what I'm talking about. She got that. She got the fork in the eye.
She's gonna be a little bit crazy and a little bit hilarious.
She was not done yet. She was not done yet.
Nope.
She was like, "Give me this gun."
Y'all took her man's, so she had to come get you about that. Then you tried to take her eye, so she double had to come get at you about that.
She picked up the guns exactly as she should have and started spraying and praying. Amen. That's what I'm talking about.
You already took my husband. You had to take my eye.
I know, she looks so cute with her little
now
iPad.
I have to kill you. She did. Although I will say, her brand of crazy that's coming. That this is why I said that I think they did our boy dirty for this whole season because that was just he just went into extreme coping modes, and I just you'll see what we're talking about when we get to it, bruh.
Come on.
I have not experienced it, but I've seen it. It is a thing.
Hilarity. Listen, Lauren, you're absolutely correct. Because the way I be like, if you don't get this shit out of my face. Today I was like, why did you even send me this? Is it mine? Does it look like it's mine? Is this my department?
Does it look like it's supposed to even come to me?
To do this? Then why did you send it here? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Then why is it here? Why are you here?
That's exactly how I am in the office. I'm not. I'm going to be unapologetically loud and angry when you do some fucked up shit. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it politely.
Don't come to me with the nonsense. Don't come to me with the nonsense. Don't come to my boss with the nonsense. Because she's a tiny lady, and while she does have some spunk, no, she's still little. She needs to go sit down most times.
Back up. But then you see Dad gets alerted that they go into the overseer's office, and so he runs,
and then that's what makes them run.
And then he finally catches up, and he sees a few of his what I don't want to call them settlers. What are they called?
Dwellers, vault dwellers
lined up on the ground, being held hostage. And Moldaver is like, "Ooh, you you know me? And he was like, yeah, I heard
He
of
was
you.
like,
And he's like, everybody knows me.
He said, yeah. He said, oh, I think I know who. See, and that again is the thing, because when the camera panned in on his face very purposely in that moment, and he kind of had like this real knowing smile for a second, but then the gravity of the situation came back to him, and he fixed his face. Oh yeah, I know who you are. Everybody know who I am. So yeah, so you either choose her or you choose them. I'm taking one or the other, but I'll be nice. Your choice.
And so to keep the choice from choicing, he put Lucy in a like a storage,
locked her in like a side. Yeah, it was like a side storage security room.
And he let her know
they
like,
couldn't. Nobody could get in. Yeah,
I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're it for you.
You are my
the
world.
most important thing in the entire world. And they popped his ass full of tranks and dragged him out and set off the bomb at the door.
For the okie doke,
Moldaver was like, "You look like your mother.
You look like your mama."
Well, how is that possible?
Huh?
How do you even know mom? Mom is a vault dweller. You're from outside. How the fuckery duckery do you know this?
The plot thickens.
And even if she stayed inside the vault, she still would know who the wife was, because they're in different vaults. And so after the bomb exploded, Lucy popped out and was like, "The fuck?" Disrespectfully. The fuck. Like, I'm confused. I am confused. And then after that, we switch over to Maxie.
This fucking degenerate. I want to punch him in the face every time.
I love him. I love Max. Ugh. He is 100% the other version of the other side of the coin with Lucy. How Lucy is so like bright and inquisitive about the world, and how she is very a glass half full type of girl. Maximus, who has been living outside in the wasteland, is the glass half empty kind of guy. It's not even the glass empty outlook about it. It's him being the little bitch mode opportunist that he is. That's the wasteland.
The issues that
welcome to the wasteland.
No, welcome to the wasteland. Can okay. No. You can be in the wasteland and not be a little bitch like
no.
See what I'm saying? Goofy and not the good ways though.
It's about survival.
I was laughing at him too, but probably not for the reasons that y'all were.
I love him. I love Maxie. He's adorable.
Punch him in the face every time I see him.
He just fits, in how he just wants so badly to belong to a place, because the last place he was at got destroyed. Yes,
got blown
exactly,
up.
Lauren. Exactly.
Small dog who thinks it's a Doberman but never learns.
Like, he's been raised around big dogs his whole life, so he over here barking like, woo, 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 woo. He think he sounded like that, but he's like,
no. and he literally gets his ass beat at damn near every turn.
Yes.
And also, first of all, okay, see, and this part isn't even really commentary on him, but again, the fucking Brotherhood of Steel, you assholes are literally just letting people be abused and got just like right there.
Yes. Well, question: do you deal with the Brotherhood of Steel in the Shelter game?
That we not on the high level that they impact on. We at the most that happens with the Brotherhood of Steel is we end up getting some of their mech suits.
Okay.
Found in the wasteland. That's about it. There's maybe one or two missions that have something to do with them, but they never really interact.
Yeah, because if you play the actual full-length games, you'll see that the Brotherhood of Steel is a giant organization of gray, literally. Like, you understand why they're doing what they're doing. Like, the guy says, hey, we're trying to round up all these electronic relics so that we can protect them from being used improperly again. You know, we can protect everybody by taking all these dangerous electronic devices.
What we gonna do with a toaster though, bruh? You sending me on missions to find a damn toaster oven. What they gonna do with a toaster oven?
You can take the circuit toast bread and make something
where there's no electricity. Nobody in the wasteland is that smart though.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Not a whole lot.
Yes, they are.
Not a whole lot of
them. They are very intuitive, and they are full of ingenuity, which is why the guns be gunning the way they gun. They have the pipe pistol where you're shooting nails and shit at people.
Well, that gun. Humans are always going to figure out how to use
exactly, and not to mention the settlements figuring out how to reuse stuff that you don't have electricity to. Like, it's very intuitive. That's what I'm saying. You got to play the big game to see everybody out
putting it lightly.
in the world. Yes, Brotherhood is broken.
That's putting it lightly.
It's very broken, and they are a giant organization of gray. They mean well,
ass cult,
but they're not.
But the way they go about doing what they want to do is the big issue.
And it goes into
plus,
a
half
little
the shit
bit
is brainwashing, but
of game lore, because there are different factions of Brotherhood as well. So you're only seeing
that
one faction of Brotherhood right now.
Yeah,
because there's the East and then the West.
They've been falling apart for a while, it seems, from the consensus of what else is going to happen in this season.
Yeah, so they are a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
they are a pain in the ass. They are hard to kill, especially if you're lower level. Don't even play with them. Just go. Just leave.
Yeah, run and leave. Hide. Yeah, the mech suits are no joke. I will say though, you know, once Remy and the boys got back to the base, that little walk-in scene, it did look crispy.
They're really cool. They are really cool. But yeah, you're right, Padar. Everyone has their own concept of how to save humanity. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And that's exactly what our boy Coop says later on.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't Coop. That was actually Max that said it, I think.
Yeah, it was Max.
Everyone has a concept of what to do to save the world, but they just don't agree.
Listen, JD, they didn't care. In 4, you can try to negotiate with them, but 3, they didn't care about your feelings. I'm like, are you Brotherhood? You're not? Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to hold this grenade. And then I'm going to stand back here and shoot this grenade in your hand that you're holding. Safety first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little grenade was going to get past their suit at all.
I really liked it. And the fact that they had, with the suits, they were practical, and they had different versions of the suits. They had the suits where the actor could just stand in it. And then they had the suits where they're supposed to be moving around and doing all this other stuff. And those are the stunt suits. And they wanted to make sure it was comfortable, and they were hoping it was comfortable. And then they saw a video of the stunt guy just jamming in his suit, like fully head to toe covered, just like jamming in the suit. And they're like, okay, well,
comfortable.
He's dancing, so it's got to be okay.
Mission accomplished.
Yep. So, so the Brotherhood is a very weird organization. So that's why I don't fault Max for being weird, because he idolized that as a child.
Well, yeah, because they did get him like
he's
as
been
a kid
in there the entire time. Like, they have kids all over the place.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah, they were beating up a kid in a couple scenes after this.
Yes,
they were literally holding this boy in a damn circle, giving him wedges and shit. Like, damn, come on,
so
y'all.
you have your squires.
Y'all literally have nothing else to do.
Nope. Initiates. You have aspirants who are learning to be squires. And then you have the actual people in the power armor, and then you have your elders, and then you have your specialized elders, and you have your paladins,
all that shit.
So it's very
they literally try to put themselves up there like they're military, the Knights of the Round Table and shit.
It's a religious military organization. That's what it is. Because when all else fails,
heavy on the military.
And they branding people like.
Yeah,
so
like
I get why bro,
Max ew, with the branding. No, thank you.
I love that's why I love Max, because he's a product of his environment, and he shows the other side of the wasteland. And so him and his friend Dane are hanging out, hoop shooting, and they're like, "Hey, come
literally,
look at the power armor. It's empty, and we can look at it and touch it. It's so cool." And then they're like, "Hey, aspirant Dane, hey,
shut up, Peter.
Listen, brick ball, Brickington, if you will." I'm like, y'all ain't had no balls. Okay, never mind. I got
all this stuff y'all done found. Nobody figured out how to put some air and rubber.
I have balls on my court, giggity. Like in my little basketball court, in my settlement, I have them. You can't really do nothing unless you have a junk gun, which is. They go in there and they look at the power armor, and all of a sudden the heads are like, "Hey, aspirant Dane, we need to have a conversation, because we need to have a conversation." And Max, being Max, was rolled up in the bed, just like, oh man, they're in trouble. And they come back like,
you really just gonna skirt past that?
Yes, I am.
Really just gonna skirt past it?
Yes, I am, because what happens, and it just happens. What do you want me to talk about? Where are you supposed to go play with it? Where are you supposed to go play with it at? In his
somewhere
bed.
where people are not.
In his bed. In the comfort of his bed, he's supposed to go play with it. There is no bathroom. The bathroom is a bunch of tires. You're still out in the open with your wingding, so you might as well stay in your bed and play with your wingding. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm gonna breeze past it because these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up. Yes. Well, because technically it was Dane's fault. Okay, he was out here pooping the chutes like as he was supposed to be doing.
I think that was Dane being correct, responsible, which is exactly why they got the promotion at that point in time. Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see what. Okay, see, mm-hmm. I was about to shoot you a link, Lauren, but I just remember what time it was over there. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
doing it in a wasteland or something. Well, they can't leave the base technically. So, I mean, I guess I get it, but still I don't get it because
I'm trying to be comfortable. I don't care. Listen, at this point, I'm gonna be comfortable. Okay, just don't bother me. Wait till I finish if you got a question. Shit. Like, leave me be. This is the only joy I have. Let me have my joy. Let me get these endorphins.
And they're not even supposed to be doing that. So it's kind of hilarious that it happened.
Chill out. Exactly. They're not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
But Dane comes back and is like, I'm a squire now, and I'm going to be with Knight Titus, and we're going to the wilds, and it's so cool, and everybody's cheering, like gathering around them, cheering him on, and you see Max's ass looking all salty, cheesy, looking all sad.
Well, you know why they didn't pick you, little asshole? Because you don't know how to stand out and distinguish yourself from your people. Okay, they picked Dane because Dane has been in there running the numbers. Okay,
and also it makes me wonder exactly why did they pick Dane? Like, why did they pick a group? And I think they were just like, listen, we need fodder. Pick people because these people have to. These knights have to go out.
We got squires by dime. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They needed somebody. They have squires to spare.
They needed to have people on deck.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to have people on deck because they had this big mission and they knew it was important.
Just on the little bit that they showed us of Remy's personality, and if you know who I'm calling Remy and why, I feel like he probably was pulling another stunt, and his squire died because of that stunt. So now he had to come back and get another one.
Yeah.
Because he just seemed reckless as hell. I'm bored. I want to go shoot something. You literally are on mission right now. Mm-hmm. They didn't give us orders to take breaks.
Listen, Maxie was hot, fiery, mad, and was very big jealous. And that says, I mean, because, they're doing what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. He's big jealous.
Okay,
he over here assaulted the toilet.
Did you work to get to
listen,
bro?
That clearly classroom scene,
they would not have been. They would have picked you.
Oh my God, he got hit so hard. I was like, God damn,
right in the bridge of the nose. I was like, shit. And I went to Catholic school. Like, damn, bro,
that hurt.
What the fuck?
That hurt.
That hurt me. I was looking like, ooh.
I don't know who did the sound effects for that, but that's
like, and he did it so quick. Like,
it's pop. Mm-mm. And that guy who hit him, he's been everywhere. I've seen this actor in everything. Everything.
He has been in literally everything. Yes. Yes.
But I'm just like, sir, you can't be mad. You can't be mad. You can't be mad.
No, exactly. You know why you didn't get picked? You know why you didn't get picked? Because of that. You couldn't even answer one simple question. Why the hell would we put you in the field?
Listen, that whole.
But then at the end of the day, though,
hilarious.
And by the end of the day, that I think is why they actually ended up sending him out there, because they were ready to write him off.
No, I don't think so. I think they realized that he was going to do whatever it took to stay where he was, because he wanted to be here that badly. And they were like, okay, we want somebody to put it all on the line regardless. And they were hoping he was about that, but they scared the hell out of him.
Boys get killed out there.
They were scared. They scared the hell out of him. But I can't be mad at him for being like scared with the power armor dude, because in the games they don't talk. Like when people are talking in the power armor, they open it up and you see their face. So you don't get this big voice coming out of nowhere. That dude said talk.
Right, like he literally was on his ass. Like if he looked to the right, like the freaking dick plate was like right there on his cheek.
Oh, that voice is scary.
Right, like, can you go sit down? Like, I'm already talking to the damn interrogator, okay? I don't need you over here.
He was like pacing back and forth and just like, so I understand why he was
right,
so
and then
terrifying.
things are heavy, so it's just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yes, exactly, Corinne. Exactly. That, because he started out scared and he was like, you know what? If you're gonna do what you're gonna do it. But I am here.
I'll give him that. He can be good with words when he needs to be. I will give him that.
I'm like, okay, yeah, go ahead and send him out. And poor Dane in that foot.
Yeah, that's some schools overseas and Catholic schools. Yeah, I
got hit once.
I feel like even today,
Barbara Ann stopped that shit.
They're still allowed to hit you in Catholic school.
Oh my gosh, Barbara Ann stopped that shit. She rolled up on that teacher and she was like, "Do it again. I want you to. I want you to, because there is nobody on this earth that will stop me from getting to your ass. I want you to." And that was the last time I got popped. That was the last time I got popped.
Can you even imagine back in the day? Like, I mean, before like our day and time, like teachers really used to be able to get away with that shit. That was absurd.
Craziness. Bananas. But because of Dane's shredderization of the foot, which was gross, by the way.
Bruh.
That is horrible.
First of all, where did you even find a razor that damn big? Just ugh.
And the thing is, it's like Achilles meat.
Right, yeah, because it and I think that's because they're gonna be limping for quite some time,
forever
into the future, because it looked like it drug all the way from the Achilles up
from the
to
bottom
like
to the
right
top,
to the bottom of the thigh,
and not even that, like they had to like they had to put it in and take it out
and then pull it back out, like like all those nerve endings gone. Oof. Oh my goodness.
But after all said and done,
I know who, but I'm not gonna say who now. It's just
because we now know that
it was just absurd.
That Maxie, he's officially a squire. He did the branding. He was like, "Yay me, yay!" He got put on the mission, and
he romanticized that so much. He started hating it immediately.
Listen, he was so excited because this is what he wanted. This is what he wanted. So he got the orders, and he was like, "Okay, this is the orders. I'm with the Knight Titus. These are the orders. We're after this dude." And it mentions that the dude is from the Enclave, and they're after him because he has a particular tech that they need. And the Enclave is very important.
Is the Enclave the same as the Institute, or are they different?
No, these are two different things. The Institute is just strictly in 4, and it's going to be on the eastern side of the country. There is no Institute on the left side. The Enclave is the other group. So
that
I don't think I'm trying to figure
wait.
out.
No, that's not this episode. Never mind. Let me save that.
No. What I'm going to say is that there are different factions out there right now trying to create community in the Wasteland. You have the Enclave, you have the Brotherhood of Steel, you have like the regular everyday people who aren't affiliated with any of that. There is another group, which I'm not going to mention because we haven't gotten there yet. And they're trying to fight for the resources to make the largest city. The Enclave, because they don't tell you any of this, and I think it's really important that because they said you're looking for a piece of text, you're thinking this guy's a scientist. The Enclave is a group that has all of the pre-war scientists.
Seems like it, yeah, because it's a lot of.
Because here's the thing, this isn't discussed in season 1 at all, and I don't know if they're going to discuss it in season 2. But people are a little confused as what the Enclave is.
Possible spoilers. Mute your earbuds.
But
just
I'm going to give a little.
If you don't want to hear.
The Enclave is the group of the government that actually escaped and made it to the bunkers. So when the president went missing,
the president's people.
That's where he went. And they took the scientists and large sections of the military to set away from the majority of the bombs dropping. And that's the Enclave group. So this scientist was escaping with a thing. And they're like, we need this thing because it's very important. And if we have this thing, then we can control the wasteland. So whoever has it controls the wasteland. Yeah. So that's what the Enclave.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
Exactly. So it was really important that they mentioned that it's from the Enclave because people were trying to figure out how many groups were they going to bring in. So it's around the western side of the country. Those are the groups. And then there's one more, which is coming. But yeah, so that's the mission was to get this guy and his dog because that's his companion and get this thing.
Right.
Listen,
really
that bag, the bag is
really
stupid.
Did think
the bag is
what is the deal with that bag?
It's like a caddy. Why?
It's like a mega sized caddy for giants to walk around with. Like,
sir, if you don't grab your own bag.
Why do y'all think that regular humans should be rolling around with those things? And they got to be heavy as hell too.
Get your bag. They do have the bags in the games. That's the funny part.
And you expect them to run?
That is the funny part. They're the first ones to die. Listen, if I am fighting Brotherhood of Steel and I see that caddy, I'm coming. Give me that bag. Give me that stuff. Give me those things. And I'm going to take the power armor so I can hold the things. Minus the bag.
Exactly. Because how you got these dudes going out here with this huge mech armor, and then you got this big ass bag to carry all the things for the armor and for you and for him. Listen. And this one little tiny dude that's supposed to be carrying that. Yes. The bag is like twice a regular human man size.
They can fit in the bag. Like 3 people can fit in the bag.
Right, exactly. 3 of them could be in that damn bag and still have room. It's damn near a Mary Poppins bag.
This is a stick up. I need the bag. Beyonce said it best. Give me the bag.
It doesn't make sense. I don't understand that.
But yeah, so he finally gets on the a vertibird. That's what they're called, the little vertibird birds. And
he almost gets left if he wouldn't have moved fast enough because
first of all, the bag barely made it. He threw that bag and that bag was dangling outside. Sir.
Hold on, pilot, don't you have like mirrors outside your door? You couldn't see that the guy that also needed to be on there wasn't fully on there yet?
Listen, all I care about is making sure that the dude with the power armor is in the back. Sir, you need to hurry up. Okay, you need to hurry up. That's what you need to do. You need to hurry the fuck up. Thank you so much. I'm not stopping. The button has been pushed. The button has been pushed. Okay, we're
seriously
in there. Figure it out.
And he's sitting there trying to talk.
He's trying to be so personal. He's so excited
and trying to be personable. See, and right here is immediately where his dream job starts turning into a bothersome nightmare.
But you get that cod piece and he says,
pulls the damn cod piece off and throws it at him like, here, clean that. What?
I'd have threw that bitch off the side.
I would have thrown that shit right out.
Don't have me pieces that don't mean nothing.
On that, bruh. Ew.
Like, what do you want me to do with this?
If you don't want to talk, then okay, that's cool. Say that. I'll sit here and enjoy the scenery. Rude bastard. That's I will give Maximus one thing. But I won't mention it yet. But I think the way that situation ended up, I ain't shed no tears.
I hollered. I laughed.
We'll talk. I laughed.
I chortled, if you will. I thought it was funny. Yeah. But so him being on there and just realizing that it's not all it's cracked up to be. Sad face. Because then we jump
immediately.
Because then we jump back to Lucy, don't we? And they're having a meeting in the vault about what the fuck to do.
yeah, because her and Mose want to go get their dad, and everybody is like, wait, you mean go outside?
Nah, but here's the thing.
And she already had the whole plan. Like, look, we could spare this many people from the farm level. If we go out, we have supplies enough to last a few days, and then maybe we can come back and then resupply. And everybody was like, oh no. Oh,
but I understand why. Listen, I kind of understand why they would have that reaction because he just literally tried to sacrifice all of them for Lucy. So those who were there. Yeah. So I get, but I also understand the vie for power. because that's what it is. That's what it boils down to.
It is a vie for power for sure.
There's a spot open, but overseer spots.
It seems
open.
like a lot of them are also scared because the average vault dweller is not trying to go outside. Like not everybody in there is like Lucy.
Yeah, rightfully so, because there's so they telling you stories about the wasteland to scare you. That's why it's taking them so long to emerge from the vault, because you got to wait X amount of time.
They're also true though.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary out there. There could be stuff like mutated. There could be dangerous humans. I think
the stories are putting it lightly, honestly, because the shit that's outside, I wouldn't want to have to go out there and be doing no runs in the wasteland either.
So of course they're not about to sit over here and be like, okay, yeah, let's open the vaults. Like, no, our vaults have never been open to the outside. We're still safe. If we block that side, they're never coming in here. So let's do that. Let's keep it like that. Well, I got to do that. And so Lucy is real big pissed.
She immediately is like, you know what? Fine, I'll go do it myself. She basically pulled a Thanos.
Come on. And so, she was like,
I'll do it myself.
And I'm talking to my brother to let him know what's going on. So we got to go. And so she packs up her little bag, gets her little, and by the way, that bag is on sale.
With her decoy injection, because she knew cousin Jet was going to be on that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And she stopped him immediately because he was really out there like, I can't let you go out there by yourself. It's scary.
I forgot. Just going to roll back a tiny bit. I forgot to read out Max's stats. I forgot.
Go ahead.
Max's stats his strength is at a 7. He has a 6 perception, 6 endurance, 5 charisma, 4 intelligence, 7 charisma? Agility, and 5 luck.
The luck I agree with, but the charisma I do not agree with.
I kind of, because that's low.
People mostly want to punch him in the face.
That's low because the charisma goes up to 10.
I don't know.
It goes all the way up to 10. So he's like,
well, yeah, I know all of them go up to 10.
So he's right in the middle, which I agree with, because sometimes he'd be like, because he charismas his ass into a squire position.
Was that charisma?
Yeah, I think that was, because he had to talk it. He had to talk it like he walked it. He had to convince him, because otherwise they would have just killed him. If they didn't believe him, they would have killed him. They would have gotten the fuck out of there.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I can see that. But yeah, that's what I wanted to see, the stats. I forgot I had this page open for a reason.
I think his perception is a little too high, though.
Me too. I think his perception is high. His endurance is the right number, 7.
Endurance, I'll give him. Yeah.
His intelligence is the right number, because he doesn't know a lot. He knows a lot of the world, but he doesn't know a lot of people, and that's really important. But yeah,
I think it's going to be hilarious in later episodes.
I think the other stuff is okay. Yeah. Okay. So back to Lucy trying to escape the vault.
Yeah. When they start opening first, cousin Jet wants to go with her, and she knew that was coming. She already brought the injection.
Yeah, like, we don't have time. Sorry, sweet. Sorry,
so
Chet,
like, no, babe, I will move. I will wait. Is it Jet or Chet?
Chet. His name is Chester.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Chet. Cause I appreciate it, but no, you're gonna stay here.
Oh, thank you.
Because I can't have you with me. Especially if I get into a fight. So
no, thank you.
You cannot come on the wasteland excursion.
Like, listen, you're big. I get it. You're huge, but you're also very soft. That's it. You're very marshmallow, and I don't need it.
And that's not what I need.
No,
that is not what I need.
Not at all. So even though her brother was supposed to be watching the elevator, he did not. And so
he let himself get caught up in his brain.
Yeah, he just went ahead and closed the gate and let, Lucy already opened it. So once he retracted the gate, that's it. It's going to take time, and she's going to be out there before anybody can get up there. And that's exactly what happened. They got up there. It was like, come back.
Because young lady, you get back here right now. And she just looks at him and walks out. I was like, oh, well, that didn't work.
No.
What made you think that would work, sir? Were you asleep during the Raider invasion just now? You thought that was going to work?
I don't think he will be the most useless companion, because I'm pretty sure he's strong and he can carry all of my shit. That's the best part of Chet. Hold this. Hold this. Hold these.
But then while you're fighting, you're still gonna have to worry about him. And if he's carrying your bag, you're probably gonna lose all your shit, because he's not gonna be able to defend it if you are occupied.
That is true, but that's why you don't have him in a fight. You have him to hold stuff. It's like me and Ford putting my
but where is
companions
he
in
gonna
power
go when
armor.
the fight starts, though? You can't just be hiding.
Yes, you
in the
can.
wasteland.
Go ahead. I prefer you to hide. I want you to duck right behind this tree post stump wall and guard my shit. I need you to be the Luke Gremlin. Guard my stuff.
I will not. I wouldn't trust Chet in any situation like that. Nope. No, thank you. I would take Mose in that position before I take Chet.
That is true. Like the brother's high int. We need that high int and perception. We need that. We need that.
Right,
his luck is low.
Exactly.
His problem.
I would rather. It is low, but I would rather his intelligence and perception over Chet's supposed strength
and his negative charisma. He ain't got no charisma. He do what he want to do when he want to do it. He
bro, the way he got the I can't talk about it yet.
But
okay, yeah, we'll get to Chet in later episodes.
So Lucy finally steps out into the wasteland, and she is shooketh by what she sees. I'm not quite sure what she expects,
but she gets it together pretty quick though. I don't think she even really knew what she was expecting.
No,
she just knew that I gotta go find my dad.
Yeah, you hear about the stories, but you never really think about what you're gonna see when you're out there. So, absolutely.
And it looked like they were. I kind of got like a Lost Boys vibe when she got out there and they showed the Ferris wheel that was over there by the pier, by the rundown pier.
Amen. That is my favorite part.
Terminals, yeah.
That is my favorite part of learning how to hack the terminals. Oh my gosh! Because once you realize those brackets and braces, you'll be like, boop, 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 boop. All right.
You can get past them.
Best thing, because if you ever play 4, any type of closed brackets, braces, parentheses will take out a wrong answer. So it'll leave you. So you have to find all of those, and then you have 4 tries to pick the correct word. And it's like a I don't want to say a hangman situation, but it's like this letter is right. These other ones are wrong. So you have 1 out of the 5, depending on how hard the word is. Yeah. So it's really fun to hack terminals. Once you figure it out, I just do that shit all day. I'd never open a terminal the correct way. I always pick locks because you get XP. Open the terminals, you get XP.
Get all the experience.
Every single time.
Just say Wordle.
Literally, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I play Wordle once a day.
That's exactly what it is. It's like
just
Wordle.
to guess the one word in the morning, and that's it. Yep.
Yeah, but it just doesn't tell. I don't think it tells you what's like if you have a right letter but in a wrong spot. I don't think it tells you that. I think it just tells you if you have the letter in the correct spot. But yeah, it's just like Wordle. It's okay. But so she's out there, and I'm just like,
yeah. She pulls herself up by her bootstraps as she always does, because her endurance just always kicks in. Like, okie dokie, yep. And she keeps it pushing.
What
so
is
I think
that?
After this,
what? It's the hold on. It's like the Christmas song. Put one foot in front of the other. That song from the Christmas movies with the claymation. That's what it reminds me of. How she just had to keep walking. You started, you're outside of the vault, you just pick a direction. Because she don't even know where the fuck she's going, really.
She doesn't. She is going on pure intuition and luck. That's it.
That is it. How does she even? I'm trying to remember. What does she?
Bro, she literally finds again it's into every situation here just by happening to walk in the right direction.
Oh yeah, okay. I couldn't remember.
Or
how
sometimes
she
even walking in the wrong direction.
I couldn't remember how she got to the city. I remember. I was like, how did she even get there? I remember because that's in the second episode. But she's out there. She's looking. She's like, okay, I'm out here now. What?
She's taking in her surroundings, and then she takes off in a direction that feels right.
Yep. And so after that, I think they take us to Mexico. I think it was Mexico, or at least in like the southern states, like this. Texas.
Where
where the ghoul is.
Bubba is.
Yeah, Bubba Gump. But we also see this dude get shot in the chest with a baby arm because they're using the junk gun.
Yeah. Because there's no bullets. There's no real bullets. Yeah, it shoots whatever you can find.
Whatever you put in that.
I have a few of those in my shelter.
I love a junk gun.
They come in handy
because I collect everything, but I also use everything for scrap. So I'm just like, I collect everything. But if I wanted to use a junk gun, I would. But I need my junk for my house. So gets shot in the chest with a baby arm. And they end up at the cemetery, and he's talking like, hey, we know there's this big bounty.
He was on guard, I think.
Yeah, he was on guard outside. It's like, this big bounty, right? So we're going to need somebody who knows their way around California, right? And I heard my granddad, is it his granddad or his dad? Worked with this ghoul.
His dad.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, cool. I work with this, we work with the school. So we know the school. So he might be able to help us and get this last final payday, which is the dumbest.
The stupidest
dumbest.
Mans literally has this job that he thinks is going to be just his last big payday. So he goes to the cemetery to get the best freaking bounty hunter gunslinger in the wasteland. And you thought you were just going to try to play this man and get him in on your scheme that only you are going to profit from?
Exactly.
Clearly, you weren't listening to the stories that your dad was telling you about this man.
How does that
Otherwise,
work?
You would not have done this bullshit.
How does that work?
And you thought bringing a chicken was gonna defend you because ghouls can't resist the chicken. Well, I know who ended up dead.
Feral ghouls.
Feral
can't
ghouls.
Resist the chicken. Yeah.
Well,
feral ghouls can't resist the chicken, so they didn't know if he was feral or not. So they was like,
which again was also a dumb plan.
It was
okay. So they
dumb.
got the chicken just in case he was feral. But what are you gonna do when you see that he's not though?
Exactly what happened.
What did you bring for that? Anything?
Exactly what happened. Mm-hmm.
Come on,
that's what they brought. Exactly what happened.
Come on,
the junk gun.
Bubba.
The junk gun. They brought the junk gun and they junked each other up. That's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Right. I was confused for a hot second when I saw the baby arm, but then I remembered. I was like, oh, yep, I get it.
I hollered. I was like, funny. Junk gun.
See, and it's little things like that that make the show work so well as it did. They paid attention to those little tiny details.
Exactly. But then, the one thing I don't know is I don't know what they were feeding the ghoul in the grave. Like, I don't know what that concoction is.
I want to say one of the things had to be that thing that keeps him from going feral.
But I know
otherwise
I
think he would have turned feral. But what the other I want to know what it is. There were two bags there though. What the other bag was is weird. I don't know. Okay, so we're pretty much near the end. Is there a piece that we're leaving off?
Well, first of all, we have his stats. So
we got stats on the ghoul.
I don't like these stats. I feel like they're not right.
Did they do two stats, like one for Coop and one for him as the ghoul, or
they just did it
combined?
Okay, they just did it for the ghoul.
Okay,
yeah, they just did it for the ghoul. So his strength is a 5, his perception is a 6, his endurance is a 7, charisma is a 7, intelligence is a 4, agility is a 7, luck is a 4. I think that is highly disrespectful.
That's very disrespectful. His perception should be far higher.
His intelligence should be far higher.
His intelligence should be far higher. His luck should be higher.
I mean, he got turned into a ghoul. He's been here for 200 years.
Exactly. He should have the same stats, if not better, at like all full 10s as Lucy. Because he's literally the one that's training her how to actually be in the wasteland.
And I feel like his charisma should be way higher.
Far higher.
Like I feel like
cool beans, thanks, bro. Catch you later.
They cheat stats a little bit. They cheat that. I'm not a fan of that.
I don't like how they put that together. That's very disrespectful.
I think it's very very strange. But yeah, those are the stats that he has. But so when the ghoul pops out, he's out here. He literally instantly gets.
He starts fucking with them immediately.
And then he explains to Bubba Gump, like, hey, it's not gonna go the way you thought, right? You had thought.
It's like, oh wait, this is your last round. Well, that tells me two things. Like he actually the what was that first line that he said? He said something or it's either this
the weirdest circle jerk
is the weirdest circle jerk.
Something about the Count of Monte Cristo. the weirdest version of the cast of Count of Monte Cristo he's ever seen, or this is the weirdest circle jerk he's ever been in. Or the weirdest
circle jerk I've ever been in. Yeah.
Child,
yeah. The minute he said that, I said, okay, he's going to be shenanigans for the whole season, and I'm here for it.
I love it. I absolutely 100%. Love it. But yeah, after he drops Bubba Gump in the grave, that's it. He's up and running, and he has the papers on who the bounty is on. Like, he didn't need you in the first place.
Who the bounty is actually on, and he was. I want to say he was buried with like all that stuff that he had, like with the medicine that he needs to keep him from going feral. He had the little bottles, injections of that too.
Yeah, or he could have just taken the bags that was feeding him. But either way, he had the stuff.
Yeah. Who did they say put him in there? Like somebody would put him in there, then dig him up like once a year or something to cut something else off, and then put him back in there, which just makes no sense. Why would you not just keep him employed? As long as you can keep supplying him with them drugs, you literally have a tank of a character. It just seems a waste to have somebody like that in the ground.
That's what I'm thinking. It could have been somebody experimenting on him,
possibly
trying to figure out like how do ghouls, because nobody really knows what makes a ghoul or makes a person turn into a ghoul.
Yeah, because you would think with how the radiation supposedly is affecting their body, you would think that they would die off far quicker than they do, but it's literally a whole decaying process.
And it's random, because if that's the case, why isn't everybody a ghoul? So he's probably experimenting on him.
It's weird.
But he out now.
Right.
He eyes free now, sir. Eyes free. And that's where the episode ends. And this is
that's it.
I'm just so happy.
And the very last scene is of him leaving the cemetery, and the chicken is still sitting right there.
Yeah, because he's not feral, so he don't want that chicken. He don't want that chicken.
But so yeah, out of let's say out of 10 volts, I would give this episode 1 off rip an 8, a solid 8.25, just because I know the scores are going to be even higher.
This is where I'm going to be sitting for the season. Pretty much nothing is lower than a 7. Nothing is lower than 7, but I can tell you this episode right here is a 9.
I wouldn't even say anything's lower than an 8.
This episode right here is a 9 for me, because I really enjoy like the little bits of lore. I don't know if the ship
chicken, I'm assuming that's something from the game Chicken Doctor.
Okay. No, the Chicken Doctor is the dude in the previous, not previous, in the episode coming up. The chicken, the fucker.
Oh yeah.
No, because we're not quite sure what that was. When we get to that episode, there are 2 things it could be, and I'll explain that when we get to that episode. What we think it is, but there still could be 2 things this is. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Because there's so many like little bits of game lore, story lore that is just sprinkled in here that you don't really need to know, but it's nice to catch it if you do know
to have them pop in a little bit. Yeah.
Everything looked really good. The vaults looked great. The costumes were amazing. The acting is really good. The characters are really fun. Like, the only thing I wish it was longer. That's it.
I would not have been upset with an hour and a half for each episode here. And while admittedly that would have been cause for some more fillers, I think all of the fillers that we got were still very useful.
I don't think anything was filler. I think it was all information.
Quite well.
I think everything was all information. There was no filler. I don't think there was any filler.
They pretty much hit this whole season very solidly.
It's so good. I'm so happy. But yeah, that was the first episode, you guys. It's so cool. It's cool.
It's great. I mean, if you haven't watched yet, please do catch up. Join us again next Monday. We'll be on for episode 2. Wednesday, if all goes well, we'll be doing a Shogun. What are we on? 6 and 7?
No, we did 6 last time. So you want to do 7 and 8?
No, that's right. We did 5 and 6 last time. Yeah, so 7 and 8 on Wednesday. If not, then it'll be 7 and 8 next Wednesday.
Yep, it depends.
We'll see how it goes. Yes,
it all depends.
The health be not healthing very well sometimes.
Yeah, you might need to take
dude, my pillow is literally right next to me waiting for me to be done with this stream right now. So yeah, come back, stay tuned, guys. If you see the stream pop up, then yeah, we'll be here. But if it gets to about 7 o'clock and you don't see nothing, I'll catch y'all next week.
Exactly.
And definitely head over to Meeks's channel. All the links are downstairs. Y'all know she got like all of the things going on.
All 8 episodes are up and finished. And yeah,
nice. Actually, I think that's what I'm about to put on right now as I lay down because I haven't watched any of them yet.
You should. It's fun.
Oh yeah, I know. But I wanted to wait until I got through actually watching the whole season first.
Yeah. Yes, because I be talking. I know.
That's why I waited. All right. So thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate you always. Don't forget to hit the like and spread it around the realm. We are very, very, very close to being able to monetize. So we're trying to hit that at least by the end of this year, if not by the end of summer.
Yeah.
So hook a girl up.
All right.
All right. We'll catch y'all on Wednesday. Hopefully.
Bye.
Stay safe. Peace.